Alright guys, we're going to talk about a front seal keeps blowing out, or you just keep leaking out the front seal. I shot a video months back about dowel pins and how they can cause you so much trouble and things like that. We're trying to help people here so that they don't have any troubles. What we're going to talk about today is front seal keeps blowing out. You keep putting the seal in, it keeps blowing out. I'm going to show you how to fix that so that you don't have that problem. One thing I like to do always is, if I'm going through all the trouble of pulling that transmission out, I'm replacing that torque converter. That's going to be a must for me. I'm not going to go through all of that and take a chance on something around this converter neck that's just not exactly right. I've seen these converter necks be oblong in a oval shape to where they won't hold a seal. So you always want to check that. It's easy to check it. You just get you a bushing, get you a front pump bushing, drop it down on there. If that bushing falls down on there good, you know that's a good converter neck. You ain't got to worry about it. And what happens is people will knock the front seal in, and you see the seal on this side here. This one doesn't have a seal in it. Behind that seal is a pump bushing. The bushing holds the pressure off of the front seal so that it doesn't blow it out or it doesn't leak. The fluid pressure, whatever gets past this bushing, is forced through this hole. It goes back to the drain. So what you want to do whenever you have a front seal leaking, replace your converter and also replace this bushing. Now I've seen guys knock these bushings out and put them back in from the front, and that's not my game. I don't like to do that at all. I've never done it and I never will. But what you got to do is take this pump apart. You see the pump here. You'll have the bolts in the back. Take this pump apart. Now this is a 4L60 700R4 pump that we're dealing with here, but you may have a different style pump, but regardless, you're going to have a bushing in it. So what you want to do, turn this pump upside down, get you a bushing tool that'll knock this bushing in there, and you just put it right on top of this other bushing, and you can drive this bushing out, and it'll place this bushing. When that bushing falls out, this bushing will be in place. Now when you get done with that, always take your pump and slide it down on your new converter to make sure that it's going to go on there. If it doesn't go on there, like this one's not, then this ain't right. That's not the way it goes. It should slide right down on there easy. This pump here, you see how it slid all the way down there? You can hear the pump gears. When you spin it, you can hear them, and you know that it's all the way down. So that's the way you do it. Now, what you have to watch out for is after you get this bushing in there, and knock your seal back in there. When you knock your seal back in there, when you get all that back, when you put this back together, you need to make sure that you've got an alignment tool or some way to put this pump back together. I have a lot of guys that will carry pumps in to me, and they'll say, "Hey, I got the pump out. Can you knock the bushing in it?" And we'll just build the pump for them and go that route. That's a good way to do it. If you got a transmission shop close, you can go over, maybe talk to them, and they'll let you do that. There's a lot of pressure on that bushing. You got your pump gear that sits right above it. This is where all your fluid pressure is at. So you can imagine that setting down on there, how much fluid pressure you're going to have. You're talking about pulling your vehicle with that. So make sure you get your bushing in there good. Set it back on your converter. Make sure that there's good clearance. It should set something like this here. You see how smooth that is, and I hope this video helps you. If you're just knocking this seal in, you're just going to be wasting a lot of your time and a lot of your money, and I'm telling you that it's just not going to hold. And I always replace the converter too. I just believe in replacing the converter, the bushing, and the seal. Always inspect your pump. Make sure that your pump's not damaged. Make sure there's no problems inside of the pump where it won't hold that bushing, because you can have problems. I'm going to show you on this pump here where the problem's at. We couldn't get this pump to hold a bushing, and it won't go down on this, and you'll see there's a crack right there on this pump. And we caught this. We was lucky that we changed every bushing out, and we caught this without having to go through all the pain of pulling that transmission back out and realizing that we didn't do our job right. So please subscribe, and we'll keep putting videos on.